Hi everyone, this is Gavin from gavinsgadgets.com, and today I'm going to do something a little different. I've reviewed the LG G5, here's its box, and I've did a 26-part review, and I'll leave a link below, which included all the friends, everything to do with this. But now, as of a few days ago, it got the LG G5 Android 7 nougat update, with an update that followed that straight away as well, so quite a lot of updates. Does it make it a different phone? Does it add new features? I'm going to show you what's different. I quite like this baby. I'm going to go through some special stuff that not many people know about as to why this was something that did something first, launched something first, was the first phone to feature something very special, and it's not the lens on the back, it's something else, so stay tuned. Okay, so we're going to take a closer look at the LG G5 with Android Nougat. So if I turn it on, the first thing you'll notice is that you can now have the display scaling, and this is on the smallest size. You can get a bit more on the screen, everything looks a bit more nicer in my opinion, far better. And you also have, I pull down the newer looking style Android Nougat shortcuts there, and this particular phone is on, where are we, if I go to software, is on Android 7 through Vodafone on the 1st of January security patch, which isn't too bad. You've got all the usual stuff that you've come to expect, the quick remote, so you've got the IR blaster at the top. You also have the headphone, turn that around, you've got the headphone jack, which is quite handy, and a few other bits and pieces. In terms of camera, it does take some pretty awesome shots, and this is sort of illustrating the sort of wide angle. And here it's so wide you even get the gate. I was just standing by the gate and get the gate, step forward, let's tap that a second, and it's just amazing some of the shots that you can do. Here I've actually got the whole of the inside of the quarry, really impressive. You can even do stuff, if I come down a bit, I've got a time lapse here, and using that wide angle, just tap that again, you'll get to appreciate, you see the clouds moving, just looks so much better when you have that extra wide angle. So this phone is really special. They have done some tweaking on some of the parameters for the camera processing, so it does work a little bit better, the battery life's a bit better, and believe it or not, this phone is nearly just under a year old, and despite people knocking some of the build issues, this, as you can see, has lasted quite well. There are a few nicks on it. It's a loan device from Vodafone. They were very nice and sent it to me just so I could do sort of an update on the Android M. But this has been round the houses through a lot of people's hands, and it works really well. The unlock is much faster than I remember it as well, and just everything is really nice. You do have now, if I show you some of the new sort of options that you've got, so nothing's new in the sort of networks and stuff like that, just a little bit tidier. You can see it looks a lot nicer. You've got do not disturb as well, and you've got some various options for the, bring that bit nearer for you, sorry, for the vibration and stuff like so. On the displays, where it all sort of changes, you've got themes, and you now have what's called theme pluses, home plus themes, because it does a little bit more for this new UI, and you can change the buttons, don't forget, and you can select which apps. So these menu buttons here, if they don't remove automatically, you can say to the system, when that uploads, drop those buttons, and all you do is you flick up for them to come back on. That works very well. And you can do your brightness, always on display, and you've got various options, so you can set what to show. And again, you have all the little notification icons. I really like that, it's so neat. Everyone should be doing that. And then here you've got the display size, which is new, and here you can do the scaling. As you can see, I'm on the smallest, and if I just slide that, you can see the difference it makes to the icons. And you can go to massive, so if you really want it big, if you prefer ultra big, well, you've got the options. I personally want it as small as possible, and it also shows you how that impacts the quick settings as well. That's not, this is, so that's display scaling, that's really nifty. You've also got split screen, being Android Nougat as well. The camera interface, if you have a look at that, it's as you imagine. You've got auto, simple as touchscreen to take photo, manual controls, all work very nicely. The different modes here, so you've got auto, pop out, multi-view, snap, panorama, slow-mo, time-lapse. You've got various settings, so you now have full HD at 60 frames per second, and obviously your 4K at 30 frames per second. Everything works really well, but there is a couple of features I mentioned that are, well, quite made this phone the first ever to come to market with something, and it's not that wide angle lens, it's actually to do with the audio system. So you can see I've got some headphones behind me. So I've been testing the audio quality, and I have on here, just go to albums, I've got probably 90 gigs worth of music on here. I've got every album I ever own. So these are the Plantronics Backbeat Pro 2. They sound amazing on this, amazing. The Bluetooth audio quality is definitely taken a leap up, but there's something special. That's those Plantronics, they have Aptx, but this LG G5 has something called Aptx High Definition. Now this is, I don't know if you can bring that a bit nearer, you can see that's, this little thing is from Ostel and Kern. It's called the XB10, and I have done a review of this separately, which you can find in my playlist not too far back. So you plug in your normal headphones here, and these are the Oppo PM3s, very good Platinum headphones, and you simply turn this on and it connects via Bluetooth with the Aptx, but it uses Aptx High Definition. So what you can do, if I just pick here and if I turn this on, just to show you where it is the on, there we go. So that will connect in a, right, back again. So it also shows the battery level, and if you pick a track, let's pick this one and press play, which it's doing, if you can see that, that's 24-bit hi-fi, and it's coming out here in perfect, absolutely amazing quality using the Aptx HD codec, the high definition. So really, you can plug all your headphones in, all your decent headphones, and use this to stream really high definition, high res audio. Other things that I've noticed about this phone, it's a lot smoother, and to be honest, it's a bloody good phone. You know, really, such a great value phone. And obviously now it's nearly come up for a year old, and the G6 is around the corner. You'll be able to pick one of these up, probably on a slightly better deal. So don't discount it. Yeah, it's got little gaps here, and the bottom comes off. It's not a perfect seal, but hey, you know, it's still a nice phone, really nice to hold, not too big, nice screen, comes on, see that, really fast. You're just holding that much better. So there we have it. This is Gavin from gavinsgadgets.com. Catch you soon.